I was about to make a completely different video, but you need to give me a break. You need to give yourself a break about limiting beliefs. Seriously, we need to address this topic before we start talking about any other topics, because I cannot stand anymore your misinterpretations of limiting beliefs. And sometimes, so what that you have limiting beliefs? You can use them at your advantage to manifest exactly what it is that you want if you stop bitching about limiting beliefs altogether. It is going out of hand, in my opinion, in this community. I need to rant about it. I need to make a point. So you stop worrying about your stupid limiting beliefs and you actually start using them when they're necessary or when they can be used, so you can manifest faster rather than figuring out how to transform every single programming of your mind, which, to be frank, is just a waste of time. Hello everybody, let's get started. My name is Naya, and on this channel we talk everything about manifestation, esotericism, and so much more. On Patreon I make extra weekly videos. If you like my style, you want extra content, challenges, readings, and so much more. Yes, I said readings because I like to channel from spirit guides and angels, and that goes hand in hand with manifestation. We'll get to that in this video in a second. I like to talk about a lot of stuff that includes the esoteric. If you're interested, you can check my Patreon. And on Patreon, we also have a chat where we motivate one another and you can find your manifestation buddy. So obviously, keep in mind that I also love my favorite app. It's Aura, and I use it for my affirmations, my meditation. There is called life coaches and hypnosis and so much. Think about, an app or Spotify for spirituality and well-being. If you guys are interested, there is a link down below, my affiliate link, where you can get a free trial on Aura and a premium subscription discount of 40%. Check it out. Everything is down below, as well as my coachings, courses. Everything that I offer is on the link on my Ko-Fi shop down below. Finally, let's get started. So you guys, I swear, I don't think, I probably said it in some lives here and there on YouTube. Subscribe if you want to see me live and ask me questions directly. But I don't think I have ever ranted so much or addressed the topic of limiting beliefs because I was like, let's just leave it. If people don't understand it, it's not my problem at the end of the day, whatever. And then it became just too much. Not just under my channel, but under everyone's channel. Like, people cannot talk anymore unless you guys, or the majority of people in this law of assumption community, go, that's a limiting belief. Yeah, duh. And what? And what's the problem with that? Unless it's not a problem for you, right? Like, stop analyzing everyone's limiting belief, because that is worse than doing constant shadow work and being a cult leader that promotes shadow work. It's the same, and it's an entire waste of time. And you do it on every platform, not just YouTube. You do it on TikTok, you do it on Reddit, you do it everywhere. And it's just another way to judge another person or judge yourself, complain, remain in doubt, and not getting anything done. I want to address a comment, and from this comment, I'm going to tell you what I believe about limiting belief and why sometimes they can actually be helpful. So let me get the comment. It's public. I'm not going to post the person because maybe the person doesn't want to be posted on my channel, but I'm going to read it, because if you put it on a public forum as a comment, then I can read it. It's nothing offensive, and I also reply to this person down the comment. This comment is under my other channel where I do readings, and I was in my channel. Going back to the readings, in my first channel, I am a psychic. Whether you believe that or not, we are all psychic. I believe in manifestation, of course, and it's not even I believe, I proved to myself that manifestation is real. However, I had experiences in the occult that are also so real to me that I also believe in the paranormal, and I also do believe in spirit guides and angels and the spirit world. And actually, the two things go really hand in hand when you see the totality of your subconscious mind and higher dimensions. They are not two separate things, even though they can be if you're a complete atheist. And we're going to go back to that in just a second. So everything is possible. And so within this knowledge of mine, I like to channel informations and general readings to give guidance to people so they can manifest according to what they believe. They can make manifestation easier for them, because at the end of the day, I can tell you on camera that my way of manifesting is the best. However, it might not be for you, because we are all manifesting whether we believe it or not, and we all do it in personal ways. And in my opinion, you should find your own way to manifest that works for you, regardless what other people tell you, or regardless if it is a limiting way. It is the one for you. And that's what I like to do in my readings. I like to give not predictions necessarily, because the future can always change depending on your states of consciousness, but the cards are a snapshot of your state of consciousness. So once you can see it, what is happening in your subconscious, if you don't like it, you can change it. So that's the vibe, okay? So I was doing a reading, pile number 2 precisely, and it was about love, of manifesting a specific person as well as love in general. And I was seeing that for this particular person or people, not for everyone, for this specific person, I was seeing that the best thing that they could do was to stop affirming specifically for the person for a while, refocus on their self-concept and their life purpose, and then everything would have come effortlessly, because that would have also reduced excess importance. That was a specific advice for a specific person, okay? It's not a general universal advice for everyone, as there are no rules. You can manifest however you want, and that's clear, right? So this person goes along. And it's not about this person, that comment. There is always a comment like this. So that's why I want to address it. The comment goes, "You do not need to focus on your life purpose to attract love." Duh. That's a limiting belief. Duh. You can find love in any stage of your life as long as you're putting your relationship with God first. Duh. First and foremost, according to your logic, my advice for a specific person, so for only that person that was resonating with that pile, which is for them at this very moment in time, the cards are telling me, which you can take it or leave it, by the way, but in that specific moment of time, the cards are telling me that they would benefit from focusing on their purpose for a while, on their self-concept, and then love would come. You say that what I'm saying is a limiting belief, even though it's very specific and it is specific in time, but you can find love in any stage of your life, true 100%, as long as you put God first. So according to your logic, mine is a limiting belief, but yours is not. What about people that are atheists? They don't believe in God, so they can't find love because they don't put God first? That's a limiting belief, is it? But it's not for you because you believe it. You understand? So that limiting belief, I have to put God first in order to find love. That's a limiting belief, but it's yours. But you believe it so strongly, and it makes you feel so good that makes you manifest. Should you get rid of it? Of course not. Of course not. You understand? That's why you guys need to give it a break when it comes down to limiting belief. I probably have a limiting belief because I believe that through the cards, I could find some answers that might help my manifestation. For my husband, who doesn't believe in tarot cards, he thinks that this is a complete waste of time because he creates his own reality and he doesn't give a damn what the cards or anybody says. But that limiting belief, utilizing the cards, helps me. And so I explained to him, but it really helps me. It calms my anxiety down and it makes me refocus and it makes me redirect. And as it works for me, it works for many other people. And my husband said, good for you, honey. Do whatever it is that makes you feel good as long as you keep yourself on track, that you know that you're the creator of your own reality. And then obviously, because he is the way that he is, he always tells me, you might even move on from this. It doesn't matter. And by the way, my husband is an atheist. He doesn't believe in God. He believes that we are the gods. So there you go. He can manifest. At the same time, I believe in the spirit world. I believe in God. I believe in spirit guides and angels, and I do all of these spiritual things. I believe in spells and witchcraft because I believe in multiple gods and deities, and my husband doesn't. But Both of us can manifest. And other people might tell him being an atheist is a limiting belief, because if you don't believe in God, then you're limited because you can't see the unlimited. And he will say, no. You understand? Every perspective is real. Every perspective is valid. And every limiting belief can be used as a point of advantage. It's all up to you. And to be frank, you do not need to reprogram your mind and get rid of all the limiting beliefs that you have, because that's insanity and that is a waste of time. So I'm going to give you another example. If you believe that because of programming from the past, so for example, let's say that you've been raised in a very Christian family and you go to church every Sunday and you highly believe in God, and you believe that if you're going to repent from your sins and you're going to pray to Jesus and you're going to pray, God is going to always provide for you. It's going to always protect you. Should you get rid of the limiting belief? If it serves you, no. Then use prayers as your method of manifestation. What if you then, like I said, if you believe that you're only the power of your subconscious mind, like my husband, so the right opposite, and you believe that you can make anything happen just because you affirm for it. And we know that affirmations work because of repetition and the imprint on the subconscious mind. Do that. Use it. Use that belief. Use whatever belief that you want. Some people believe that if they put a lucky t-shirt and they go to university to do an exam, because they're putting that lucky t-shirt, they're going to pass the exam. That is a belief. Use it. You do not need to get rid of it unless you want to. So, for example, I used to believe that I always had to do a spell, a complicated spell, like for example, candles and alignments with the planets and whatnot, and colors and roots and plants in order to manifest my belief. That's because of the way I've been raised by my mother. We got to do spells when we want to make things happen. Then the more I grow, the more I realized, yes, I can do that. And I think there is power and there is a lot of knowledge actually of the occult around that, because everything has energy. The crystals have energy, the roots have energy, the plants have energy, the colors of the candles have, the universe has got its own energy. So I do still believe in all of that. But at the same time, do I have to do it in order to manifest? Of course not, I don't. But it served me until I believe it. So we all have limiting beliefs. You do not need to open people's eyes about their limiting beliefs unless they ask you. So if you're a coach and somebody is coming to you and as a client and he's telling you, please help me with this limiting belief, help them out. But if it is unrequired, you do not need to do it. So mind your own business, please. Because everyone is different. Everybody needs different advices and different things. Then if there are some limiting beliefs that do bother you, for example, I am unlovable. I cannot get the money that I want because my family is always being poor and therefore I'm destined to be poor. If you have any limiting beliefs that actually is ruining your life and actually is bothering you, of course, address them, get help. But some of them can be used at your advantage, like I said, in the example of prayers. And it has nothing to do with the personal guidance, because you guys need to distinguish that we're all in different awareness. We're all doing our best in a different level of consciousness. And what in the subconscious mind especially can be triggered by very different things. Because, for example, many people might not believe in pick-a cards or readings, and they might think that that is a limiting belief. I get it. I hear you. I get it. However, do you know how many people can be impacted and their subconscious can be triggered positively? How many times I had a reading that told me that I was going to get everything that I wanted and everything was fine, and I took it for granted, and that triggered so much my subconscious mind to believe that. And every single time that I was thinking about my desire, I would think about the reading and I would think about the fact that it's done because the psychic saw it in the future, or I've seen it in the cards, and that helped me out manifest faster. That also works, but that for many can be seen as limited. You guys understand, in reality, there are no limits. You make all of this up. And it's okay. And that's the beauty of life, and that's how we create our personal realities. Imagine if everybody will say everything is a limiting belief, and so it's like you don't believe in anything anymore. How boring would that be? There would be no imagination, no creativity whatsoever. All I think you should do is address the limiting beliefs when they are bothering you. Like with the example, I am unlovable, I cannot make money, I will never be successful. Of course, those are limiting beliefs that do bother you and do hinder your progress when it comes down to your experience. But that's it. For the rest, please give people a break about these limiting beliefs. You do not have to reprogram your entire mind. You can use some of your programs at your advantage, and you do not need to, call out other people's limiting beliefs and do it in such an incoherent way that in the moment that you call out someone else's limiting belief, taken completely out of context, like in this case, then you also claim your own limiting belief. It makes no sense. Please stop doing it. Stop embarrassing yourself. It really makes no sense. I say this with all my heart. I know this video is a bit of a rant, but I think that this situation with limiting beliefs, it really got out of hand. You can do whatever it is that you want. You can. You do create the rules. However, reality is not black and white. It's multidimensional, and every perspective is true. There is no reason to argue. Just address the limiting beliefs that bother you and then hinder your progress, and you will be fine. And use the others as your points of advantage. That's what I always did. That's what I will always do, no matter what people tell me. It worked for me. And if it works for you, do it. Otherwise, do something opposite from me, and that's going to be fine anyway. Do whatever you believe is right. Because if it's already a belief, you're going to have less resistance about it. That's the entire point. If you have to readdress every belief, you're going to take such a long time to reprogram your entire consciousness when it's not even necessary to get material things, because that's what you want in the end. You want, majority of you guys, which there's nothing wrong, you want material stuff. You want money. You want the lottery jackpot. You want the house. You want the bag, the anything. You want the specific person. Those are all material things apart from universal love, right? You do not need to reprogram your entire mind to get a few material stuff. You just freaking don't. It's so easy. You just use the ones that you have, unless they bother you, and then you address them. That's it. Okay, you guys, I love you. I hope this video wasn't too much of a rant, but I did make a point over here. I love you so much, and I'll see you very soon with another video. Bye.